Hello, Fountain Hills, and welcome to your real estate market report for October 2025. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, and if you're living or looking in Fountain Hills, there is no better way to keep up with what's going down in real estate than right here. This month, we had updates on 12 different properties, including 3 coming soon, 4 new listings, 1 price change, 4 new contracts, 1 failed listing, and 1 closing. That's a busy month, so let's get moving. We'll start off with 18708 Lake Mary Celeste Lane, a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath, mid-level entry townhome. It listed for $549,900 back in June, dropped twice in July, down to $499,900, came off the market and relisted in September with another $10K price drop, this time to $489,900. It spent all of October that way and ended the month at 133 days on market. 18810 Lake Placid Lane, a single-family home with 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and 3,024 square feet. It was coming soon on the 19th and then active on the 22nd, listed at $874,999. It ended the month at 10 days on market. 18913 Porterfield Way. This 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath, 1,900 square foot single family popped up as coming soon in August and went active in September at $725,000. They dropped their price twice in September to $699,000, pulled off the market temporarily on October 1st, but came back on the 15th, still at the same price. They ended the month that way after 46 days on market. 13304 Rising Sun Lane is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2,300 square foot townhome that went coming soon on the 9th and active on the 16th, listed at $524,900. They dropped their price 2 weeks later to $499,900 and ended the month at 16 days on market. 13417 Rising Sun Lane is a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath, 1,600 square foot English basement townhome that listed for $572,900 on the 11th and went under contract on the 15th. But that contract fell through and they were back on the market as of the 23rd. They ended the month active at 14 days on market. 13433 Rising Sun Lane is a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath English basement townhome. It was listed for $592,000 in early July, and by the end of the month, they dropped their price twice by a total of $17,000 to $575,000. They went under contract on October 13th after 97 days on market. 18801 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit 202, is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,183 square foot condo that listed for $325,000 in September and went under contract on October 10th after 22 days on market. 18808 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit 102, is a very rare 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It's the same size as the larger 2 bedrooms. It listed in September, priced at $339,000, and went under contract on October 7th after 12 days on market. 18809 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit T3, is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,161 square foot terrace level condo that went coming soon on the 21st and active on the 23rd, listed at $325,000. That brings us to 18815 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit O. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,013 square foot ground floor condo went active in June for $325,000. They dropped their price to $319,900 in July, then to $309,000 in August. They finally threw in the towel on October 10th, pulling the listing from the market after 109 days. And that brings us to our final 2 properties for the month, both of which are my team's listings. 13401 Fountain Club Drive, Unit 103. This is an 1,183 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit in the same building where I set Fountain Hills condo price record this past winter. It's a ground floor entry, but because of the hills here, it's got a second floor view. Pretty rare combination. We listed for $315,000 on September 12th and we're under contract 7 days later. We closed on October 20th for $315,000, our full list price. And 18928 Fountain Hills Drive. This is a gorgeous 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath single family with a pretty special speakeasy type theme that was a huge hit at our open house. We listed for $750,000 in September, and we're under contract just 11 days later. We're due to close in early November, so be sure to check out next month's market update. Taking a step back out to look at the rest of Germantown, October continued this summer's trend of sending mixed but concerning signals. There were 107 new listings in October, which is pretty typical for this time of year, and only 4 more than last year's number. Contract activity is slightly down, though. The 68 new contracts signed in this month is 10.5 below last year's number. Time on market was pretty flat, at least from last month, but is still up considerably from last year. The median time to contract in October was 19 days, and the average was 34, but it's worth noting that the 108 active Germantown homes right now have been on the market for an average of 56 days and climbing. The listing failure rate remains concerningly high at 27.2%. That's double what it was last year. Then we come to prices. I've been saying that prices would turn negative this fall ever since our February market report, and they just did. Year-over-year prices in Germantown are down 0.8%, but I think that rate is going to continue to decline as values are already 1.9% off their March peak. On a more positive note, the average 30-year fixed-rate loan was down again this month, ending October at 6.3%. Be sure to check back next month for another Fountain Hills market report, or if you'd prefer more timely updates, including all of the listing photos for each property, register at the link in the description, and we'll set you up with a free automatic email anytime a Fountain Hills property hits the market, has a price change, goes under contract, or closes. And remember, if you or one of your Fountain Hills neighbors are looking to buy or sell, give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty. In Fountain Hills, you'll be moved.